Hi everyone, welcome back to my crazy cooking show. I'm continuing on with my series of how to use stuff out of our garden. Since it's summertime and we're all gardening, or I'm assuming we're all gardening, maybe you're enjoying farmer's market or something. Today, I'm looking at ways to use cucumbers. Unfortunately, I don't have any cucumbers in my garden yet, but my wonderful sister blessed me with a bunch of cucumbers from her garden. She said she has tons of cucumbers, so I love cucumbers, especially ones out of the garden. If you grow a garden, you know that it just tastes different when it comes out of the garden fresh instead of from the store where it's been stored for who knows how many months. So today, the first recipe I'm gonna work on is creamy cucumber salad. Now this is probably something everyone's made, but I am trying to find a recipe that I don't even know how to describe it. It's something I've had before that other people have made, but mine never comes out this good. So today I have one that I'm trying that has a lot of new ingredients I haven't used before, and hopefully this will be the taste I'm looking for. I don't know if it'll be the taste you're looking for, but it might be one you enjoy as well. So we're gonna get started here. First of all, I'm gonna go ahead and this recipe calls for 2 English cucumbers thinly chopped. I'm just gonna use a regular cucumber. Like I said, it's one my sister grew. It's a nice sized cucumber I'm using, and I'm just gonna chop it up. I think it'll be plenty. As you see, I did not choose a very large bowl, so if I use 2 of these cucumbers, it'll probably be too much. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna peel my cucumber. You don't have to. It's probably healthier if you don't. I know that's usually where all the vitamins are, but I don't know if you can tell, but this is a nice sized cucumber. Saving all my scraps for the animals. They have been loving life this summer. All right, now that all of our cucumbers are chopped up, I'm gonna set them out of the way. If I was thinking, I would have used my food processor for that, but I was not. Okay, I got all my measuring cups out. We're gonna start with this sour cream we have left over from the other day. 1/2 cup of sour cream. To that, we will add 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise, 3 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, 1 tablespoon of dill. This will be dried dill, so I'm not using fresh. A teaspoon of sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of a coarse salt. It's supposed to be kosher also. I'm using sea salt because that's what I have in my cabinet. Oh my. 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder and garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. Now we're gonna just mix this up really well. Once you have it mixed, it says taste it now to see if it needs any extra salt. I don't think so, but man, that tastes delicious. Okay, I'm gonna put the cucumbers in. I'm just gonna move this to the side because I have to cut up a red onion. We just need 1/2 cup of a red onion. It's already burning my eyes, so I decided to get out my chopper. I'm gonna make it really small pieces. Yeah, it's burning my eyes already. Whew. I miss the days I had contacts and this did not bother me. Whew. Bring our cucumbers back over and we're just gonna add these onions to the cucumber mix, maybe. Oh, my eyes are on fire. No. You didn't see what I'm doing. Let's give it a good mix. Oh guys, my eyes are on fire. I should have done the wet paper towel method. That seems to have helped me before. This looks good. Okay, this you have to refrigerate now for at least 1 hour. So I'm gonna put the lid on it and give it a good shake to get it coated better than what I could coat it mixing. And I'm gonna stick it in the fridge and we'll come back later and see how it tastes. I'm really excited for the next recipe I'm gonna make, and that's cucumber boats. I've made zucchini boats before, but I've never made cucumber boats. And to tell you the truth, I'm starving right now. I don't know if you can tell what a mess I look like, but we had a busy day and we were out a lot in this terrible heat wave that we're having. And so I'm starving and I'm hoping that this is one we can eat pretty quick. Yes, it does not say anything about putting it in the fridge, so yay that. You should use mini cucumbers for this one, but once again, we're using what we've got, and I'm using my sister's cucumbers. So since I don't have mini cucumbers, I had to refer back to the recipe real quick because I missed writing part of it down. But what you're supposed to do is take the mini cucumbers and cut them in half lengthwise, and then scoop the center out with a spoon. So since I'm using large cucumbers, I'm gonna do the same process, but I'll cut them in half, just they'll be a little smaller. I'm gonna leave the skin on this time. I did wash them all before I got started, so I'm gonna cut it in half lengthwise, maybe. Okay. And I've got my trusty scrap bucket here, so I'm gonna just scrape all this stuff out into my scrap bucket. It's not much of a bucket, but you know, you get what I mean. Once again, I'm making a mess. Good thing I know how to clean up after myself and nobody else has to do it, huh? I'm picky, so I'm gonna just cut off a few imperfections. This one, I'm just gonna chop off the very end. And I'm gonna cut it in half. So there we go. You have 2 pieces. Oh, man, I did not cut that in half at all. Told you I can't cut stuff the same. And this one has a little brown spot on it. Cut that off. Cut it as close to the middle as I can get. There we go. Not even close again. Oh, moving right along, we're gonna take a mixing bowl and we need 4 ounces of cream cheese. I've cut this block in half. This has been sitting out, so it is nice and softened. And we're back with 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder and onion powder. 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder. And then it calls for 1/8 teaspoon of salt and pepper. When I read that, I'm like, is that even really gonna do anything? 1/8 teaspoon, that's such a minute amount. Now this recipe tells us to use our mixer. Don't worry, I know what you're thinking. I chose way too big of a bowl for this tiny, tiny amount of cream cheese. So we're gonna put this cream cheese evenly in each of these cucumber boats. And the last step with these is to put some crumbled bacon on it. I have some bacon that was left over from the other day when I made the tortilla wraps. Not a lot, it looks like someone found it, but that's okay. The recipe says to cook 3 pieces of bacon, if you're wondering. This looks like it turned out the perfect amount for me. Look at that. Couldn't have got any better. And like I said, I'm starving, so I'm not waiting until the end to try these. I'm just gonna take one and try it now. I see why you'd want to use the mini cucumbers. This is a bit hard to wrap your mouth around. I probably shouldn't have tried to put my mouth around the whole thing, but it tastes delicious. My only suggestion is if you're going to use a full-size cucumber, double the amount of the filling that you make because, well, unless you don't like cream cheese, but I love cream cheese. And I would have liked to have it completely full of cream cheese. I can taste it, but it would have been a stronger flavor if that was there. These are delicious. Our third and final cucumber recipe today is gonna be cream cheese spread. So it's a cucumber cream cheese spread. This one does have to be refrigerated overnight, so we will have to come back tomorrow to try it out. But I'm excited to try this because, like I said, I like cream cheese and I love crackers, so how can this go wrong, right? First, I'm gonna go ahead and peel my cucumber. Okay, the other recipes I thought were really easy tonight, but this one's even easier. We're gonna do the whole thing in our food processor. So it said to chop up our, well, you're only supposed to use half a cucumber, but I'm using a whole one. And you're supposed to have it peeled and cut into small pieces. You know what, I think I'm gonna go ahead and take the seeds out of this real quick. Okay, the recipe does not say to take the seeds out, but this was a pretty big cucumber. So like I said, I just made that decision for myself. Now we're supposed to chop these up in the food processor, but don't over chop. Helps if I put it on right. That looks chopped to me, that was fast. Okay, now we're gonna add in 8 ounces of cream cheese. Why is cream cheese so difficult? This one did not get set out when the other cream cheese got set out, so it's still pretty cold. Back with our 1/8 teaspoon of salt. Such a tiny amount. Ugh. And for this one, we're gonna put in a teaspoon of Worcestershire, yeah, that sauce. And if you don't have a big thing like me, you're doing it wrong. No, I'm just kidding. I just like to buy in bulk. Oh, looky there, I didn't even over pour it. That's a miracle for me. And that was just a teaspoon. I'm gonna put the lid back on. And we're gonna process this until it's all mixed. Well, that was super fast. Okay. I'm just gonna try to transfer it out of this into a bowl since this has to be refrigerated overnight. There it is. I can't wait till this is ready tomorrow to try. Okay, it's the next day, so we refrigerated both recipes overnight, and now Zandria's here and we're gonna taste it together. She only wants to try the dip one. She is not a cucumber fan. Just gonna put a little bit on a cracker for you. You can sit up, thank you. Did firm up a lot.
What's this?
And I'm gonna take a larger chunk.
What kind of cheese is it?
It's cream cheese. You can really taste the cucumber. But it's really creamy. I don't know, I like it. It tastes really good. It's got a lot of flavor. She doesn't like cucumbers, so I guess she didn't agree. Now this is what I've really been waiting for. The cucumbers in their creamy sauce. I don't know about you guys, but this is one of my favorite things in the summertime, but it's really hard to get it right. We'll see if this one with all the weird, well, they're not weird ingredients, but all the ingredients I haven't tried before, how it tastes. That is super good. I'm gonna double dip because I'm the only one in the house that eats cucumbers, really. Once in a while I can force someone to try one. But for the most part, it's gonna be me eating this whole bowl. Especially since it has onions in it.
What onions again?
Well, thank you guys for hanging out and watching 3 ways that you can use cucumbers out of your garden. I'm sure I'll be coming up with more ways because I've seen a lot of great recipes on Pinterest of different ways to use cucumbers. And you know, cucumbers can get boring, or anything in your garden gets boring when you're eating it every single day. So it's fun to find different new recipes to try and ways to enjoy them. So,
thanks for watching, guys. Comment if you like it or not. Bye. We'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.